life. Nous sommes ensemble, notre âme survit. Glorious, we rise above in the games of unity.
Paris 2024 is the gift that keeps on giving after another breathtaking day of athletics action from the beautiful Stade de France. A show-stopping culmination to Sunday's action coming via a clash for the ages in the men's 100-meter dash. Stay tuned to see how it all played out. Hello and welcome, my name is Kishane Thompson and you're watching We Paris Highlights, where we take you through the best bits of the games, mostly from our athletes from the Caribbean. Over to the beautiful purple track of the Stade de France for the race that had all the countries of the world glued to their screens and on the edge of their seat, the men's 100-meter final.
The Jamaicans looking for a fourth Olympic 100-meter title in 5 Olympics. They're ready. Thompson is up well. Seville is up well also. Kishane Thompson sprouting wings and begins to come forward. Kishane Thompson takes it. 9:78. The Jamaicans have reclaimed dominance in the Olympic 100 meters after Bolt in 08.
It looks close between Curly and Kishane Thompson.
I think it might have been Curly. That was really close.
It was a tight race.
I think Thompson did it.
Noah Lyles
Also came through.
It's Lyles. It's Lyles, you know. I thought I saw him. I thought I saw Noah Lyles come through. Somehow, he's won the Olympic title.
He has silenced his critics. He's turned up in the moment.
The world champion becomes the Olympic champion. The Jamaican Kishane Thompson is absolutely stunned. He just did not move away the way many expected in the last 20 meters of the race. It allowed Noah Lyles to close, and at 9:79, a lifetime best, he wins it. Oblique Seville was nowhere close.
This is an amazing performance by Lyles and Kishane Thompson, who was an unknown outside of Jamaica up until last year, produces his second fastest run ever. A time equaled effectively up until the thousands to Noah Lyles to play second. And then Fred Curley, Nike Fred, comes back to win the bronze medal. Here we see in lane number 2, Curley is running real well. Kishane Thompson makes a big move. At this stage, I thought he was going to pull away, but Curley stays in there, and down in lane number 7, Lyles flashing through with his amazing 200-meter strength. You see him looking down. He's looking nowhere else. He's not looking anywhere else. And he drives all the way through the line.
Well, that's the run of a champion. You've got to give him that. He has that championship medal. And at 80, Thompson appeared as if he was edging ahead of the field. But on the line, Lyles gets there, both clocking 9.79. Thought Thompson won it, but Lyles outleaned him at the finish.
Amazing performance by Kishane Thompson, his first global championships.
And Kishane Thompson hasn't had any close races this season. No race where he's had to lean to win it. Noah Lyles is so accustomed to be in this position.
Yeah, Lyles next to Oblique Seville knows what he had to do. You see, for the first time, to your point, Ricardo, Kishane becoming tight. You see the tightness in the shoulders. He still pulled it off in terms of running one of his fastest times ever, but it just was not enough. Noah Lyles, they look at the torso. Noah Lyles winning by thousandths of a second. You see right there him holding form, the 200-meter strength that he has. He never looked panicked or under distress.
No world champion, no Olympic champion. The thing is that you embrace pressure so very well and come out on top. Is there a newfound respect that should be towards you?
No. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. I'm not going to hate anybody that doesn't like me. But all I'm going to say is, don't downplay other people just because you don't like someone. Just go to the guy you like. But I appreciate anybody who has found respect for me. But to be honest, this crowd was amazing. This field was amazing. This is the exact field that I wanted to show up at an Olympic final. Because if I was to lose to, any of those guys in the top 3, I would have said, that's well deserved.
Talk to me about the race though and how close it was and the time, a personal best.
Yeah, it was a very close race. I'm glad I had Oblique Seville next to me because I was like, I need somebody to put that pressure on me early. I know that in a lot of races he's been like 1 or 2 lanes away from me, and he's been able to get out just in the acceleration phase, and I've just been missing it. And I was like, nah, now that you're right next to me, I'm gonna make sure that I cover that. And then after I passed him, I saw Kishane out there, and I was like, just do what I do, hit my top end speed, let it work. And to be honest, I didn't know if I had it. I leaned, but I didn't know what I had it. Me and Kishane were at the end waiting for our names to come up, and I came up and I said, I'm gonna be honest, man, I think you got that one. Yeah, but my name came up, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm amazing.
And you are. What do you take away from this in terms of your legacy? How do you describe it in this moment?
In this moment, I've waited a long time. I've seen Jamaicans dominate the 100 and the 200 for so long, and I remember growing up saying, when it's my turn, I'm gonna make sure that the U.S. is on top. And here it is. Here's my time and my journey, my moment, and it's such a beautiful thing to see.
Enjoy the moment, brother.
I thank you.
Kishane, 9.79 seconds. It was a really close one. Same clocking as Noah Lyles. Your thoughts in the immediate aftermath of this final?
Honestly, I really enjoyed myself. It's my first Olympics. I'm really grateful. The only thing that I'd say, I should be more patient, because the way I should have run the race, I guess I didn't trust my speed like I should have, like previous times. But I know I'm inexperienced. It's not an excuse. I have to just adapt and overcome. It will be better from here.
What are you going to be working on? Is it more on the physical front or more on the mental front?
Everything. No excuses. We sharpen what needs to be sharpened. If it's sharp than ever, we make it even sharper than ever. Just keep on bettering my best. That's all.
What do you take away from these Olympic Games?
First, it's a big stage. I think I have gained something tremendous from it.
Yeah.
A whole lot of pressure experience, I'd call it. So I'm really glad.
We're looking forward to the next one, Kishane. All the best and congrats for the silver medal.
One love.
Oblique Seville, 9.91 seconds. I want to get your immediate reaction to that race.
I'm very disappointed knowing that I could have run better, but I can't really complain because the same injury that I went to Dr. Muller for, it's the same one actually came back into the finals, and it's just unfortunate to me knowing that every year I make the finals and leave in the finals without an individual medal. So it's actually heartbroken for me because I know that I could have medal in this race, but unfortunately I felt my grind, so I couldn't be pushing no further.
I know it must be disappointing, but what is it that you take away from these games? What is it that you need to work on, you feel?
Well, I don't think I really need to work on anything. It's just that I am unfortunate at this stage, which is the I speak of track and field, the Olympics. Just that the danger step in the wrong time.
I know that you're disappointed, but this was just such a fabulous stage in terms of competing at the Olympics inside the Stade de France. Is there any positive that you can take away from this at all as you look ahead to the future? Because your future is bright, Oblique.
Yeah, I can take something positive from it because my Jamaican teammate Kishane actually come on the big stage and deliver. So it's just for me to add to that in a year's time.
All right, brother, all the best.
Yeah, Kishane Thompson barely missing out on gold, but leaves with silver in his first ever Olympic Games, while Oblique Seville's race was derailed by a growing issue, as he mentioned in our interview just now. We're going to relive arguably the highest point of the day for the English-speaking Caribbean as our heroes of Day 8 of the Games receive their crowning moments and their Olympic medals.
2 Americans on the podium, both coached by Dennis Mitchell. Melissa Jefferson, second at the US Championships behind Shakira Richardson. Definitely the pre-event favorite. But once you saw the first round and the semi-final, then I think many started to realize that Julian Alfred was the real deal and ready for gold, including Oblique Thompson.
And what a moment for Julian Alfred. Not completely unaccustomed to global titles. As a 16-year-old, she had struck her first major international victory with a 100-meter title at the Commonwealth Youth Games in Nassau, Bahamas, back in 2017. She became in 2018 the first St. Lucian to win a medal at the Youth Olympic Games with a 100-meter silver in Argentina. But this, of course, tops all of that and everything else she has ever done in her career. Moore takes the bronze medal.
Having come through that triumphantly. How about Shanika Ricketts? Twice a world championship silver medalist. Was favourite for a medal in Tokyo 3 years ago. Finished fourth, like her countrywoman Trisha K. Smith back in 2004. But this time around,
that will sound great to her and her tens of thousands of fans. Based in the USA now, and has represented Dominica with pride and distinction. History for Dominica in the Olympics. Before now, their best ever finishes at the Olympic Games would have been 12th, which she had in Tokyo 2021, and Jerome Romain, also 12th in Atlanta in 1996, also in the triple jump.
twice the Commonwealth Games champion, World Championship bronze medalist last year. And now he becomes the first English-speaking Caribbean athlete to win an Olympic decathlon medal. An amazing performance from this man. The realization of a dream.
Big, strong, and gifted.
A superstar of the decathlon. Improves from his World Championship performance last year. He was 5th in Budapest.
Gold medalist and Olympic champion, Marcus Ruth.
One of the early surprises, gold medal surprises at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games in athletics. Marcus Ruth. No major credentials coming into this. And for most of it, never looked like he really had a chance at a medal, much less the gold medal. But when Damien Warner no-heighted in the pole vault, when his countryman, Skotheim, no-heighted in the pole vault, the door became open. And tell you what, he ran through it very quickly, Marcus Ruth.
A huge congratulations to all our athletes on these huge achievements, not only for their country, but also for our region. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with athletics, so don't move a muscle. Welcome back to the We Paris Highlight Show. We continue our recap of the action from athletics on day 9 of Paris 2024. The women's 200-meter dash got underway earlier Sunday with a number of Caribbean nationals in action. The dominating storyline, though, the injury plague would strike again as another Jamaican powerhouse and one of the heavy favorites for the event, reigning world champion Sharika Jackson, pulling out of her Heat 3 race due to injury. One runner who did show up, though, was freshly crowned 100-meter gold medalist Julian Alfred, who ran in Heat 1. Here's the race.
Alfred is in lane 4. Third from the right of your screen. Gets a pretty solid start. Joseph from France running well, but she has covered her already On the outside, Lewis from Australia running well, but Alfred comes off the turn in control and full command. The 100-meter champion makes an auspicious start to her 200 campaign, eases up 10-15 meters before the finish. 22:41, way off her season's best. 21:86, which is also her career best, run at the London Diamond League 2 weeks ago. But she looks fresh, no bags under the eyes or anything, so she may have gotten some rest last night in spite of the euphoria that she would have experienced with her gold medal in the 100 last night.
Yeah, absolutely. She came out, as you see right here, she's in lane 4. To her outside, the French lady, Joseph, got out to a good start, but then we see coming into the straightaway that superior speed of Alfred. You want to transition off of that turn. A lot of runners, what they try to do is they work really hard the last 20 meters off the turn into about 20 meters onto the turn. She looks easy, begins to shut it down. Her job is done for the day. Go home, relax. And then we see behind her French woman Joseph, and in third position we see,
I think that's Julia Henriksson from Sweden who got third there.
100-meter champion. What was it like getting back to business, first of all?
I'm tired. Last year at Worlds, we had a day rest, but to come home late after drug testing, press, lots of media, I'm running off of 2 hours of sleep and some coffee right now, so I'm very tired.
Well, you do have the rest of the day off, right?
I do, yes. So I'm going to try to get a nap in, get some food in and hydrate.
All the best.
Thank you.
In Heat 2, Jamaica's Naisha Berger ran out of lane 6.
Second heat of the women's 200. Off they go. Gabby Thomas got up pretty well already. Has flown by the Jamaican Naisha Berger. Gabby Thomas has run a terrific curve here. Kampunji also moving well on the inside. The Jamaican now finally stepping forward. Gabby Thomas ahead of Berger, and Kampunji gets the third qualifying position. The top 3 advancing to the semi-final round. All the others will be involved in the repechage round once they have finished, have not been disqualified, or did not start. Good performance from the young Jamaican Naisha Berger, but Gabby Thomas looked in magnificent form there.
she sure did, Ricardo. We're not really used to seeing her run the turn so well. She ate up the stagger on outside runners. As you see, she's there in lane 5. The Berger from Jamaica on the outside, who's had an outstanding collegiate season at my alma mater, University of Texas El Paso. But here we see Gabby Thomas showing her class, getting off the turn first, being in control. Kumbunji is always a great championship runner, but probably feeling those rounds of the 100 meters. It's pedaling backwards. Berger comes up for second with Kumbunji in third. Top 3 to qualify, but Gabby Thomas looks very easy. She also has that sub 50 400 meter strength, which pays dividends coming down the straightaway.
Naisha, 22.54 seconds. You looked pretty comfortable in that heat.
Yeah, I was relaxed and focused and just followed the instruction my coach gave me.
What exactly did he tell you to do? Because we had a very fast competitor in Gabby Thomas.
Stay focused, locked in on myself, and do what I've been doing all season.
What's the preparation for the next round?
I'm going to call my coach and I'm going to take it from there.
Well, all the best, Naisha.
Thank you.
In Heat 5, Jamaica's Lane Tava Thomas took to the track.
Thomas in 2 for Jamaica. Gets a good start. Brittany Brown from the USA looks to have the overall lead, though, coming off the turn. Thomas on the inside for Jamaica, doing well. Brown for the USA is going to win it. And the Brit Williams sneaking through for third, 22:38. The flash time for Brittany Brown, chased by Lane Tava Thomas from Jamaica and Williams from Great Britain.
Yes, went pretty much to form. Brown has an unusual running style. She's a very powerful but bouncy runner. Thomas we see making it through as one of the 3 automatic qualifiers. She isn't even breathing hard. This is good. You see other competitors laid out. It's always a good thing when you can finish a race. You're not breathing really hard. Here we see Thomas with a really good start down in lane 2. She's working well, but sometimes those inside lanes can be problematic because you're fighting centrifugal forces and therefore having to brake a lot more on the left side of your body. Runners in the outside lane typically have an advantage. They don't have to work as hard and they get onto the straightaway potentially before you. Here we see Brown starting to shut it down. Thomas looking easy in lane 2 and lane 3.
Lanae Taylor-Thomas, 22.70 seconds. Talk to me throughout that race.
Really, it will just come out here and just qualify to semis. Just execute as best as you can, especially a fight, whatever I have right now, some like respiratory virus, I don't really know, but it's just to get to the next round.
Well, you may have the flu.
Yeah, wake up today, them test my fever, I have 100.9, my chest hurt, my throat hurt, just, man, I'm a bed.
But what are you going to try and do to recover because you have the rest of the day off?
No, we have a whole plan for for after my race. So I just have to get through the race so they can go and take care of me. They take care of my goods, I'm okay.
Well,
I'll be okay.
Well, take care of yourself for the rest of the day, all right?
Thank you.
18-year-old Adeja Hodge was in Heat 6, which also contained Great Britain's Dina Asher-Smith.
Asher-Smith goes in lane number 8. Hodge in 5. 3 to go through to the semi-finals. Adeja Hodge got up quickly. Dina Asher-Smith going even quicker. Terrific curve from Dina Asher-Smith. Favor of Feely running brilliantly on the inside. Hodge is battling for a qualifying position. Asher-Smith and Feely to the line. I think Feely got it. 22-24. Well, she's been waiting to make her Olympic debut. And the Nigerian comes through brilliantly on the inside to take the 6th and final heat in the women's 200 meters. Dina Asher-Smith having to settle for 2nd.
Yeah. Favor Feely ran a really good race from lane number 2, setting the season best of 22-24. Here we see Asher-Smith in lane number 8 running a tremendous turn. As we said, she's a great turn runner, just a beautiful runner to watch. What I think she did is that I think she actually eased off the gas. If you see her, she's kind of loping along, not really working too hard. Favor of Philly down in lane number 2 is working much harder. It's unclear if and when Dina would have seen her. She probably picked her up in her peripheral because they're at basically the extremes of the track, but they know it's the top 3 qualifying. And coming in 3rd looks like Bass Batiye from the Gambia.
Adeja Hodge, first time at the Olympics, 200 meters, 23 seconds flat. Your thoughts on the race?
I think I rushed it a little bit, but it's just the first round. I come back again for the repechage, so hopefully I get in by then.
Were you a little bit nervous heading into this race in this massive Stade de France?
Not really. No, I was just focusing on executing my race the best way I could.
What are you taking away from this race heading into a little bit later in hope of qualifying?
I would definitely try to relax a little bit more and just let my speed carry through. I think I kind of rushed it and tensed up a little too much.
Well, all the best for later, Adeja.
Thank you.
Important to note that Hodge will have another chance to qualify via the repechage, so she's not done just yet. Over to the men's 110-meter hurdles for the highlights of Heat 5, where Jamaica's Rashid Broadbell lined up against USA's Grant Holloway. Here's how the race went.
13.18 his best this season. He's 2nd from left. Holloway gets up best of all. Broadbell has some work to do. Holloway has gone away with this one. As you said, Oba runs the first round hard. Broadbell struggling to get a top 3 spot. He gets it, either 2nd or 3rd, but 13.01 for Holloway, the world champion, both indoors and outdoors, makes a huge statement here in his opener.
He does. At the U.S. trials, he ran all the rounds under 13 seconds. Broadbell saying things are okay. He didn't look particularly good. He looked extremely slow and sluggish. I'm not sure what happened there. You see Zoya from France celebrating. We'll have to see what exactly went on with Broadbell there. He'll have another opportunity, but we see Grant Holloway attacking the first hurdle. He's extremely quick between the hurdles. The problem, of course, like I said, is sometimes he comes up so quick to the hurdle. Broadbell making a run right at the end, finishing second.
Yeah, he got second and did suggest by his body language that things are okay. He's right where he wants to be. But Holloway just made everyone look pedestrian.
He sure did.
In Heat 2, another Jamaican, Orlando Bennett, was in the blocks. Here's how it went.
This is a pretty tough heat. Off they go. Crittenden was slowly away. Something is really off with Crittenden. Bennett, the Jamaican, is going brilliantly. Mendy coming through on the outside. Bennett and Mendy. Mendy got it in 13:32. And whatever happened to the second fastest man in the world this year?
Yeah,
I'm not sure I've ever seen anything like it.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like it as well, Ricardo. I wonder if he thought there was going to be a recall.
Thank you for staying with us on We Paris Highlights. We're still recapping day 9 from the French capital. We're going to take the highlights of the women's 400-meter hurdles now, where a trio of Jamaicans took to the track. We begin with Heat 1, where national champion Rochelle Clayton got her Olympic campaign underway, running out of lane 7. Here's the race.
She has been attacking her races all season. Rochelle Clayton in lane number 7. As she has been for all of 2024, she attacks the first half of the race. The Jamaican flies down the back straightaway, finds a beautiful rhythm, and goes clear of the rest of the field by 200 meters. The Portuguese Diallo coming forward, Clayton in front, Diallo in second. The Jamaican steps away in the closing stages. She looks really good. Diallo gets second, and I think it was Joel, the Norwegian, who came through for third.
Fewer strides to the hurdle. The standard is 15, and she takes 14 to the first 4. Femke Ball does 14 to the first 7 hurdles, and of course, Sydney McLaughlin goes all the way with 14 strides, something Rochelle Clayton has been working on, and a little stuttering here and there because sometimes when you have to run a little bit slower, you have to chop your strides, but easy qualifying for the 8th fastest woman all time in this event, Rochelle Clayton.
Rochelle, 54.32 seconds. You blazed the first 200 meters in that race.
I think that's always has been my race plan. All season I've been running the same exact way.
How did you feel out there, and how did the track feel to you?
It felt okay. I don't put emphasis on what the track feels like. It's more about executing a good race.
What do you take out of this race heading to the next round?
I'm just safely through and I'm ready for the next one.
Thank you.
No problem.
Heat 3 is next, and we take a look at Cheyenne Salmon of Jamaica and what she produced for us.
This will likely be a faster section, and that will help Salmon to stay in the mix early.
Cheyenne Salmon goes out quickly in lane number 8, very much aware of what is behind her. The Jamaican goes flying through the first 100 meters. Femke Ball bounces down the Paris purple track. It's Femke Ball who will come through to win it. Gosh, that looked impressive. Salmon gets second.
Stays open in between the hurdles, clears efficiently. A picture of concentration is Femke Ball. She looks like she could run this race in her sleep.
Apparently you should be able to. 53.38 for Femke Ball, 53.95 for Cheyenne Salmon, not far outside her lifetime best.
Cheyenne, 53.95 seconds. I saw you looking up at the big screen on the replay. What did you take from that race?
Well, my coach gave me some instructions and I executed them. And I was just looking up to see how
well I looked because I felt good. So I was just looking to see if the camera was showing me the same thing.
The thing is, you wouldn't have been able to see Femke Ball, who would have been on the inside lane. Did that play any part in your execution?
No, not really. In training, I practiced just the way I just ran, so I wasn't even paying attention to her. I was just running my race.
What do you take away from this race then, heading into the next round?
Well, I'm just going to go back to the village, get some recovery, and come back stronger to make the finals for the next round.
Jamaica and the Caribbean rooting for you. Congrats, and see you in the next round.
Thank you.
Rounding out the performances now with Jamaica's Janive Russell, who was active in Heat 4.
May not be here because she doesn't need to run 100%, we don't think, to advance. She's off comfortably, Russell. Cockrell from the USA has gone out pretty swiftly as well, has left Nielsen of Great Britain behind her. Cockrell looks to have the lead, but Cockrell has a clear advantage, and the Brit Nielsen closing well to snatch second ahead of Janive Russell, 53.92 the winning time.
Yes, and it is the hurdles. You have to put that disclaimer because one mistake can take a medal contender out of contention and opens up an opportunity for somebody in the right position at the right time to get on the podium. Mistakes need to be few, 0 to none in hurdle races. One mistake can cost you the entire race, can throw off your rhythm, and so very unpredictable event. But in terms of time, of course, Sydney McLaughlin, Leveroni, and Femke Ball expected to be in that top two.
53.91 for Cockrell, 54.65 for Nielsen, and Russell the Jamaican 54.67.
Over now to the semi-finals of the women's 800 meters where Jamaica's national champion Natoya Gould-Toppin contested semi-final 1.
Can she take advantage and return to the Olympic final? Off they go. Natoya Gould-Toppin starts in lane number 8. Worknesh Mesele of Ethiopia running well. Does Natoya Gould have what it takes to hold on? She's been bounced around as Mesele comes through on the inside. Mora is there as well. Gould has been cut out of racing room. The Jamaican in trouble. Mary Mora comes away now to win it ahead of Mesele, and Gould will be about 6th. Just pushed out of racing room coming into the home stretch. And that was it for her. Mary Mora wins the semi-final, 1:57.87.
A smart race from Mary Mora.
When you come through in 57.8, I think you have to really work that third 200 meters. And I'm not sure that she took on the third 200 the way she should have, because when she got into the straightaway, the kickers were still too close to her. 1:57.86. Mary Mora is through. So too is Worknesh Mesele in a personal best 1:58.06.
Over to semi-final 2 where the newly crowned national record holder Shafiqua Maloney looked to become the first Vincentian to make an Olympic final. Here's her race.
Shafiqua Maloney, the English-speaking Caribbean's lone hope of making the women's 800 Olympic final. She goes in this second semi-final, running out of lane number 8. The tall figure. It's been quite a road to this one. Lack of support turned out to be tremendous support. It's a good time for the Vincentian to make her move. She's in 4th now. They make their way off the curb. Takuma still holds the lead. Shemariki trying to respond. Shafiqua Maloney is fighting with Lemon. This is going to be a terrific finish. Takuma holds the lead. Shafiqua Maloney is coming forward. Can she hold on? She's into the Olympic final.
That is incredible. An automatic spot, gets the top 2 position. Amazing running, a strong finish. That was time to perfection for Shafifa Maloney of St. Vincent. Incredible running, smart running. Wow, that was an incredible race. Guguma took out the early pace. Maloney was doing a lot of work. She was running in lane 2, so a lot of effort there. Stayed about 5th position and coming into the home straight away, started to make her move. I thought it might have been a bit too early, but it turned out to be the perfect move for her. 1:57.59, another national record for the St. Vincent.
1:57.47 for Jaguma. National record for Shafifa Maloney. She's into the Olympic final.
On to the men's 400-meter dash now, where news hit that reigning Olympic champion Stephen Gardner of the Bahamas was a non-starter in today's competition. Nonetheless, Jamaica's national champion DeAndre Watkin was active in Heat 1. Here's how his race went.
Matthew Hudson-Smith, one of the gold medal favourites from Great Britain, starts in lane number 6. He goes out quickly. Matthew Hudson-Smith leads down the home stretch. Christopher Bailey ranges up on his inside. The American takes control. It's Bailey in front. Hudson-Smith easing ahead now. It's Hudson-Smith who comes through to win ahead of Christopher Bailey.
Heat 2 contained St. Lucia's Michael Joseph, Jamaica's Sean Bailey, and Trinidad and Tobago's Jareem Richards.
When you have to ensure that you are in good position.
Jareem, the Dream Richards from TNT, out quickly in lane 8, as you said, Oba. He, more than anyone else in this field, won't know where he is exactly. There goes Ibrahim, putting the pressure now on Jareem Richards, who comes off the turn in front. Here comes Michael Norman for the USA to strike the front. 50 meters out, he's in front. Jareem Richards looks comfortable in second spot and gets it. 44.10, pretty quick time here for Michael Norman ahead of Richards and Kebinat GP.
Jareem, 44.31 seconds running from lane 9. Hard work?
Solid work. Not too hard, but running blind, dog. Running blind.
But you position yourself to get a better lane next time out, right? So good workout.
Yeah, definitely good workout. Praise God. 43, 44, 3-1. Running like that. Boy.
How did it feel running out there, though, on the track?
It's beautiful. Great track, great atmosphere. I'm excited, man.
Looking forward to the future. All the best, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Over now to Heat 5, where 2012 Olympic gold medalist Kirani James of Grenada was in action. Here's his race.
Morales Williams, the Canadian record holder, the 19-year-old, a day ahead of his 20th birthday, has been struggling in the build-up to the Olympic Games, despite his personal and season's best being 44.05. To snatch the lead from the Grenadian entering the straight. Nene is pouring away. Kirani James has a look to his right, has a look to his left, and trots past Nene to win the heat in 44.77.
Javon Powell of Jamaica was in Heat 6. Here's how he did.
Off they go. Pretty even break that. Sato from Japan starts really well in lane 8. He has gone out pretty swiftly. Ekwam from Kenya goes in chase down the backstretch. Javon Powell. Powell is coming off the turn in front. The chase is on for him. Powell has a quick glance over his left shoulder. He sees Dobson coming from Britain and passing him, and Doom from Belgium passing him as well.
That's where we end this segment. We'll be right back with some action from the men's long jump after the break. Welcome back to the We Paris Highlights Show. We continue our recap of the action from day 9 with the men's long jump qualifying round, where it was a trio of Jamaicans looking to leap their way into the final. World Championship silver medalist Wayne Pinnock, along with World Championship bronze medalist Tajay Gale and World Indoor bronze medalist Kerry McLeod were all in action. Here are those highlights.
Here's Wayne Pinnock, World Championship silver medalist. 796 in round 1, 772 in round 2. He's in 7th position. Pinnock dials in. Speeds up the runway, the Jamaican. Not sure that's much better than his 7.96. But 7.96 seems as if it will be good enough to get him into the final. This is it for Tajay Gale.
Neither am I. Let's see what Gale has in store. He needs a big jump.
Can the Jamaican get into the Olympic final? He's used to situations like these. I don't think that's good enough. I think Tajay Gale is going to be on the outside looking in. He takes a very close look at his mark, but I think even he knows that it's not good enough to make the Olympic final. And after injury curtailed his push for a medal in Tokyo, maybe you could say it's form that is not good enough in Paris. 7.63.
Updates now on sailing in the men's dinghy after 2 races on Sunday. St. Lucia's Luc Scheller ended in 29th position, followed by Aruba's Joost van Aanholt in 36th, and Thad Letsom ending in 37th, Thad Letsom of the BVI. In the women's equivalent, Bermuda's Adriana Penruddock placed 36th, while Charlotte Webster of the Cayman Islands ended in 43rd position. We go to Roland Garros now for the finals of the men's singles competitions, where it was a replay of the recently concluded Wimbledon final. Serbia's Novak Djokovic searching for that long-awaited Olympic title, going head-to-head with the man who beat him in straight sets the last time out, Spain's Carlos Alcaraz. Here's how it played out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tears for a different reason might be coming.
Djokovic. Players are ready, thank you.
In his 5th Olympic Games, Novak Djokovic finally gets what he wanted. Olympic gold.
7-6.
And speaking of 5, he's the 5th player to complete the career Golden Slam.
As he tries to find his way up to the players and family box, still got the energy and the athleticism after all these years. 37 years young, the oldest ever victor, and what a way to do it. A souvenir for all the years. Golden glory for Novak.
Meanwhile, disappointment for Alcaraz, but he's still so young, given what he has done already in his young career. More to come from him, but this is about Novak at his moment.
And this is testament to his personality. He's up through the crowd. He's a tough guy. He's a fighter. He gave that everything. He could care less about situations, circumstances, demands, security. He wants to be with his family, and that, Ravi, is what it means.
And there we have it, Novak Djokovic, Olympic gold medalist. Speaking of medals, let's take a look at the updated medal standings, shall we? Plenty of movement on the table today. The USA, they have 71 in total, 19 gold. They're also tied on gold medals with China. China in second on 45. France in third with 44. and they have 12 gold medals to add to that 44. Here's the athletics table now and how things are shaping up. The USA, they're in first with 2 gold medals, 9 in total. Ukraine in second with 3, and Canada, they are in third. That's all we have for today's highlight show. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Same time, same place, same face. I'll see you tomorrow.
We stand tall, nous donnons tout, avec assez honneur, nous restons.